Affirmative Reaction Podcast. 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 Affirmative Reaction Podcast.
You know what's funny? My cousin, he's from Scottsboro, Alabama, where they made that movie. And he came visited me one time. And, I mean, this is a country boy. And we went to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles in L.A., the one Obama went to.
Thanks, Obama.
Yeah. And he ate it, and he loved it, and he called Grandma, and he said it was good, but it was not as good as yours. But then when he hung up the phone, he said, yeah, it was better than hers. But this was also the same guy that we went to Long Beach, because I had a friend in Long Beach, and we went to this bar.
A black friend?
Nah, she's a Ukrainian friend.
Oh.
It means nothing.
No,
Anyway,
I was just kidding. I was just joking.
I don't have any black friends.
What do you call me, goddammit?
I have acquaintances.
That's racist.
And we go to this bar, and the waiter comes up, and he's like, you want any alcohol? You want any drinks or whatever? He's like, what kind of beer you got? Dude's like listing all this beer. They must have 20, 30 different kinds of beers.
Yeah.
And he kept shaking his head no. And he's like, the waiter's like, well, we got Pabst. He's like, give me a Pabst.
That's some country boys.
Like, I'm telling you straight up, country
that's
boy.
Benjamin Buford, blue country boy.
If you saw him, he's like a redheaded, pale, albino-looking, Benjamin Blue-looking motherfucker.
Like pure white
The opposite
country,
of Benjamin Blue.
White boy country.
Yeah. The red hair that passes every 4 generations or whatever. He got it. He's whiter than Christmas.
Affirmative Reaction Podcast.
That intersectionality is
What the hell is that, dude? You bringing up something else?
Nah, it's just
Intersectionality?
It's just what's going on in the
What is
world
that?
right now. I mean, that's the bringing together of all the races, all the sexes, all the disparate groups, black people
Bring them where?
to the top.
Where's the center of this?
I don't know. I think some of the stuff they saying is everybody needs to have a seat at the table or something like that.
Let's all meet in Tulsa, Oklahoma, or wherever the center of the U.S. is.
You know
Join hands.
all of the gender stuff. That's part of intersectionality. The race stuff, the women stuff, the trans stuff. Everybody has rights. Everybody is
The pedos. That's next. I brought that up for many years.
the pedos.
It's coming, boy.
I hope not.
They're getting. I'm telling you. I'm gonna be a soothsayer, but I'm telling you. I'll read the tea leaves. the pedos gonna have their day in the sun. I'm telling you.
I will hope not. But that does kind of go along with.
I don't want it to happen either.
That kind of goes along with what I've been saying with that attack on masculinity, man. Because that's not a masculine trait. That's a. I don't know what to call it. You should get the death penalty if you a child molester. If you a rapist, rapists definitely go to prison for life. I mean, pardon me for sounding a bit misogynistic, but box is not hard to get. You don't have to take it.
You don't have to look a certain way. You don't have.
You really don't.
You don't have to be. You don't have to have a certain amount of money.
You just can't be a weirdo. That's it. That is like women do not want you to be weird.
I can think of some weird dudes, and they have problems with women.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess that's what are we segueing into? What women want, or what women don't want, or just in general? Like you can't be weird.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you straight up. Back about probably 10 years ago. Yeah, it's probably around 10 years ago. I myself had a problem not only talking to women, but talking to people in general. Like, I was the incel.
Oh, my God,
I was
really?
the incel. Before incels, I was the incel. Before they took up arms and shot up schools, I was the incel.
Jesus Christ.
And I had an interest in this show called The Pickup Artist on VH1. And they had these dating gurus, right? And I started looking at these dating gurus, and I downloaded a bunch of stuff and read a bunch of stuff. And they always went back to this thing about be yourself. And it didn't occur to me how simple that was. But you just act like who you are. You don't act like somebody else. You just be you.
Yeah.
You don't worry about this or you worry about that. You just say things, and that's whatever's on your mind. That's what you do, and that's what creates confidence. Not pretending, not
You're
like
right.
being scared of something. You just do it. Here I am. If you like it, great. If you don't, then I'm off to the next one.
Right.
That's basically what it is.
Take it or leave it. What you see is what you get.
That was a weird segue or
Yeah,
anecdote or whatever the fuck.
I've never had a problem with like confidence. I've definitely been shot down a lot, especially in my younger years, and like middle.
You and me came from two different worlds.
In like middle school, there was a lot of girls that I really really liked, and they didn't like me. I've been friend zoned a lot.
I was one of them ones you call a late bloomer.
No, I certainly wasn't no late bloomer.
Yeah, I was. I don't even want to tell you what age when
I'll
I
stop.
lost my damn virginity.
I'll stop recording for that one.
Yeah.
Same.
I don't even know how we got down this damn road.
Them incels, boy. Them soy boys.
I was an incel before the incels.
I was never an incel.
I think about it. I think I was an incel. I just never had the desire to pick up a gun and shoot people.
Oh, my God.
But I was an involuntary celibate. Yeah. I'd say so.
You can't be weird, man. There's a lot of weirdos. You can't.
Yeah, it's because I was fucking weird. I admit it. You gotta go with the flow of the world, not against it.
I always did my own thing, man.
Yeah, but it was things that weren't odd.
True.
You weren't no goth.
Affirmative Reaction Podcast.
You heard Dave Chappelle told Netflix to pull
Cut it
the
off.
Chappelle show off, right?
Yeah.
You know what I think, bro. I've mentioned this. I think he's starting to feel a little bit guilty of himself making fun of black people the way he did. And
Really?
the Chappelle
Because
show.
there wasn't no real explanation, was there?
Not really. Yeah, it's funny.
No, I mean, why he told them to pull it.
It says that
Because it's like a few weeks ago he told them to run it, didn't he?
yeah, it was an article in Rolling Out. It's actual local Georgia magazine, Atlanta magazine, and it was saying because he's not making no money from it. He don't get any royalties or anything from the Chappelle show because something about the contract or wherever it's playing at now. Like, with it playing on Netflix and all the other streaming sites, something about no money. And he got a good relationship with Netflix, and he want people to boycott or whatever. I'm like, yeah, I hear
He was
that.
just on Saturday Night Live, though, and he said that they're going to be streaming it, right?
He did.
So why the change of heart? He knew that he wasn't going to make money
Because,
then.
like I said, I think the first thing they probably went to go look at is the black white supremacists.
That was the first episode of the entire
And
series.
it was one of the funniest.
No, it's my most memorable moment.
But like I said, I think he's starting to feel a little bit guilty. Because if you look at his content now, yeah, it's funny, but it's all I hate to say it sounds like some kind of partisan hack.
I don't know. That first bit he did on Saturday Night Live was awesome.
It's all stuff that the liberal media is saying and leftists are saying about America being racist and stuff like that.
Well, unfortunately for him, you can't undo what you've done.
Nope.
I remember it, and I can find it, and I can download it, even if it's not on Netflix.
Oh yeah, people got the DVDs still. But it was funny, man. And that's one thing that's part of this civil war of ideas that's going on is certain things you can say in comedy now and things you can't say in comedy. So like, who was I looking at it? I think it was on the Dave Rubin show. You heard of Dave Rubin?
No.
Anyway, he's like some citrus fella, but he's been leaning right as of late. He used to be with the Young Turks, but he's by himself now.
Good for him.
He played a clip of some young comedian chick, black girl, basically just calling Trump racist, Trump supporters racist, America racist, and it was supposed to be funny, but it wasn't. But you can call people racist, which is fine, free speech, First Amendment, but you can't say the F word now. Like
which F word?
You'll be looked at as a homophobe if you say the F word. But if you say it in the right context, it's funny. Like I can think of a very funny part in a movie in Boondock Saints. You know what I'm talking about. Man, I heard people say that movie was racist, and
you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I can't quote it though. I know what you're talking about though. It got Norman Reedus in it.
Yeah. There's a part when what's his name? Willem Dafoe. He's the lead FBI agent who's flamboyant.
Yeah, he was a weirdo.
He was a weirdo,
eccentric.
Flamboyant. Apparently gay, but not really explained. But he wakes up to a phone call, and there's this Asian dude next to him in the bed, and they both have their shirts off. I don't know if they got their bottoms off, but all you see is that. And he's trying to be on the phone, and the Asian dude keeps trying to cuddle with him, and he's like touching him. And Willem Dafoe slaps him in the face a couple of times. And when he hangs up the phone, he says, "What the hell do you think you're doing?" And the Asian dude's like, "I just wanted to cuddle." And Willem Dafoe's like, "Cuddle? What a fag." And he gets up, and the guy's like all shocked. He can't believe he told him that.
That's funny.
Now, see, that is an appropriate comedic time to say a word.
Yeah. It is. It is.
And I'm sure neither actor was offended. Nobody on the cast and crew was offended.
Yeah,
nobody that's watched that movie is offended.
Let that joke be in the movie nowadays. You want to cancel that whole...
Well, if it's a Marvel movie. Captain Marvel.
Captain Intersectional.
Yeah.
Affirmative Reaction Podcast.
The squad done picked them up a new member in Cori Bush from Missouri.
Cori Bush is a member of the squad.
Yeah, I
thought it was all women.
This is a woman. Cori Bush.
Oh shit! I was thinking of Cory Booker.
You think Cory Booker? That's the fella from Jersey.
He's a liberal too, though, isn't he?
Yeah, and I think the Senate race in Georgia, they might pick up a new member, a male member, and Ossoff. He got a decent campaign slogan.
They trying to pick up them 2 members in Georgia for the Senate majority.
That's gonna be scary. To be honest with you.
That Andrew Yang moved down there. Specifically.
Yeah. That Ossoff duty, his joint was like, get out and vote your Ossoff. Osloff.
He's trying to win it?
Yeah, John Osloff. He's running against...
Is he a Muslim or something?
No, he's a white guy.
John Osloff?
Osloff. Yeah.
Russian?
No, he's not Russian. He's just some white liberal.
Oh, Lord.
And his background is media. And
who's the other one, do you know?
This pastor, he's a pastor from
a liberal
church, liberal pastor. His name is Raphael Warnock. He's had to distance himself from a fella who Obama had to distance himself from. Frick, I can't think of the name right now. Another pastor who was like extremely anti-Semitic.